Hi, I'm David. I'm here for the interview. Okay, great. Go have a seat over there. I'll ask you a few questions and then you can leave. We'll call you back in a week. Okay, great. Start whenever you're ready. Okay. Question one. How do you envision your role in the position contributing to the overall mission of our organization? Uh, I believe that I would be able to provide you an effective and efficient worker who can be cheery when you need him to be, can just deal with people as you need him to, and would just in general be a nice person to be around on the team. Okay, great. Question two. How would you go about establishing your credibility with the team? Uh, when I would be going around and doing things for them, because I figure for the most part, if somebody needs my assistance, I would be able to help them with that. So as I'm doing things for them, I would just kind of gauge who they are as a person, just generally be a reliable individual who could go around and help whenever I'm needed. And if they ask me something, then I'd be able to respond to them as well as I am able to. And hopefully that will show them that I care and that I'm wanting to be here. Okay, great. Next question. Can you describe a situation in which your work was criticized? I can describe a lot. Yeah. First, when I get like homework or something back that I've worked really hard on and somebody's critiquing and then giving me back, I will take whatever feedback they give me and I'll take whatever is good about it and I'll say, yep, this can actually help me to improve, and I'll use that and I'll be a better individual off before it. And I feel like the best way to show how I can deal with my work being criticized is I play this game, this team-based game, where it's five of us versus five of the others. And most of the time, your team's not exactly a bunch of happy people in this game. They're a bunch of people who's really critical and really just want to win, and that's all they're there for. So they'll tell you a lot of things a lot of the time, and I'll be able to take the things that they say that are just unmeaningful hatred towards me as an individual, and I'll just ignore that. And if they're going to give me something that'll actually benefit me in the game, or like, for example, in real life, I don't know how it would, but if they are, I'll take that to heart and I'll say, you know what? This can actually help me improve. And that's how I deal with most criticism is I take what's good and what they're actually telling me to help me improve with, and I just kind of ignore what's just generally directed towards me as hate speech. um, okay, next question. What irritates you about other people and how do you handle it? I I don't really get irritated a lot by people per se. I find it irksome sometimes when people smell bad. I won't tell them anything. I'll just be like, "He stinks" to myself, but I won't say anything out loud. It's not really that bad, and I can mostly ignore it. But for the most part, what really gets me about people is sometimes there's really complex websites set up, and that's really it. It's not that I'm upset at the people either. It's just more it's too complex sometimes and I get frustrated because I'm trying to do something and it's just too hard because it's too complex. And I just deal with it and get it done as fast as I can. And whenever it's done. And I say, you know what? I did my best. Okay, great. Next question. What can you offer us that others cannot? I I want to believe I could bring you a happy and cheery personality whenever you need it. I want to believe I could be the individual who, on those dark days when you've got five euthanasias and you got a bunch of angry clients and whatever is going to happen, I'd be that individual who could just show up in the background with my silent atmosphere and just kind of perkily say, "What do you need help with?" You know? And then maybe that'll make somebody's day. And I want to believe that most people wouldn't be able to do that as well as I could in those scenarios, in that they wouldn't be as effective as I would be at just getting things done around the office. Okay. Final question. If you could choose any superhero power, what would it be and why? Uh, well, I don't really think about superheroes and superhero powers a whole lot, but what I would do is I would have the superpowers of Spider-Man. You know, it, And the reason for this is because not a lot of people look at Spider-Man and say, he's the staple superhero or he's the staple worst superhero. They just look at him and say, he's Spider-Man. And that's kind of like who I am as a person. I'm not the best, I'm not the worst. I'll fully admit that. But I just want to be the one who's there and able to do things when I'm needed. And sure, maybe in the real world, if I had super web powers and nobody else had any superpowers at all, I might be really cool and interesting, but I wouldn't be showy about it. I'd just still be me, but with super web powers. And that would be it. Okay, great. We'll look this over and we'll call you back in a week. Okay, great. Hear from you in a week.